We're at Harpersville High School for the MAC Division I tiebreaker game between the Unadilla Valley Storm and the Sidney Warriors. Both teams are tied with 8-2 records in league play, with the winner of this game going on to face Oxford in the MAC title game. The Storm strike first, with Tyler Lloyd hitting this jumper for a 2-0 Unadilla Valley lead. Then the Storm work it down the court, with Josh Crawford finding Garrett Eiholzer down low. He passes it to Lloyd, and his basket gives the Storm a 4-0 lead. Sidney pulls to within 2, and now Pat Simons gets a piece of Zach Thompson's pass. He banks it off the glass, and we're tied at 4. The Warriors get it back, and Kyle Marina's passes to Aaron Zern. He goes for 3, it's good, and Sidney's up 7-4. UV's trying to tie, but Aaron Zern gets a piece of this pass. They're down on the floor, Zern comes up with it and passes to Marinas. He gives it to Ackley for an easy layup, and Sidney's up 9-5. UV got to within 9-8, then Zach Thompson hit a jumper from the right elbow to give UV the lead 10-9. Eric Dorsey sinks a jumper from just inside the foul line to put Sidney back up 11-10. We'd end the first quarter with the Warriors clinging to that 11-10 lead. UV tied the game at 11 at the beginning of the second after Garrett Eiholzer was fouled by Pat Simons. Sidney comes right back as Dorsey works it inside to Marinas, and the Warriors are on top 13-11. The Warriors beat the press, and Chaz Ackley gives it to Dorsey, and the Warriors go up 17-13. They keep it up as Dorsey takes a pass from Andy Foote and gets his jersey pulled on the way to putting Sidney up 19-14. Then Kyle Marinas takes it inside to give the Warriors their biggest lead. It's 21-14. UV's not going to roll over, and their guy with the hot hand, Tyler Lloyd, hits a 3 to pull the Storm back to within 4. Eric Dorsey beats the Storm swarm and finds Sam Sherman. Sherman puts Sidney up by 6 at the break, which totally pumps up the Sidney crowd. The third quarter was fairly even as we saw Sidney take an 11-point lead after Eric Dorsey makes this shot and the accompanying free throw. The Storm fought back, and Zach Thompson brought them to within 7 with this basket, and we'd end the third with Sidney up 38-31, but UV's clawing back, and their fans are rallying behind them. Sidney goes up by 9 after Chaz Ackley hits this long-range three-pointer. UV comes back as Garrett Eiholzer gets a shot over Eric Dorsey to make it 42-35. Then Thompson gets a pass from Tyler Lloyd to pull the Storm to within 5. Then Lloyd hits this jumper, and he drives and spins for another jumper, and just like that, it's a 2-point ball game, and the UV faithful are excited. UV's trying to take the lead as Lloyd goes for 3. He misses, gets the rebound, and he fires it down the court to Pat Simons, and he slams it home to change the momentum in Sidney's favor. Hey, Mr. Curtis, did you get that dunk on tape? Dorsey stuffs Bryant Park's shot, but resiliency pays off as Garrett Eiholzer gets a rebound and a put in to get the Warriors lead back down to 2. Sidney goes up 46-43, but Zach Thompson hits a jumper from behind the foul line to make it 45-43. Sidney's up 48-45, but Pat Simons gets whistled for his 5th foul on this play, and he's off to the bench. Sidney keeps it going in his absence as Sam Sherman gives it to Aaron Zern, and Sidney's up 50-46. Then Eric Dorsey fires a long pass down to Sam Sherman, and his basket gives Sidney a 5-point lead. It's 53-48. Then Aaron Zern steals a pass. He takes it down the floor and gives it to Sherman to give Sidney a 55-48 lead. All good teams have an answer to adversity, and UV's no exception as Thompson nails a 3 to pull the Storm to within 4. Kyle Marinas hits a couple of free throws to put the Warriors up by 6 with 25 seconds left. Josh Crawford brings the ball up. He gives it to Bryant Parks. Parks gives it to Lloyd for 3. It's good. Eric Dorsey's at the line for a second free throw with 4 seconds left. Oh, he misses it. Josh Crawford brings it up the floor. He goes for 3 from 30 feet out and makes it to send the game into overtime. The fans are going crazy. We need to get the floor cleaned up before we go into overtime. Aaron Zern gives it to Eric Dorsey. Jumper from the right elbow. Good. 59-57 Sidney. This shot by Josh Crawford ties the game at 60. Then Tyler Lloyd hits one of his free throws to give the Storm a 1-point lead. Andy Foote gets it out to a wide open Kyle Marinas. For three, it's good. Sidney's up 63-61. Time's running out. Tyler Lloyd goes for the tie. It's good. We're tied at 63. Wait a minute. Dorsey gets it to Zern. He's racing to the other end of the court. He makes a layup. Sidney's up by 2 with 2.3 seconds left. UV's trying to win. Thompson for three. It's off the mark, and Sidney wins another thrilling game against the Storm. They'll go on to face Oxford in the MAC championship. Here's what the players and Coach Brzee had to say.
It feels great. You know, we just had to come out, make the key shots to win the game.
Ricky, of course, he always has big games. He's had a lot of big games against these guys. We'll just try to go through him, see if they can stop him, and then everybody else just does their job and came out winners.
I'll tell you what, I don't think you can get 3 better games than those 3, especially the first one and this one. I mean, 4 overtimes total.
We knew exactly what they were going to do on offense. You know what I mean? They studied it. They changed it up a little bit, but for the most part, we knew what they was trying to do. So we just had to play real hard D and box out and get rebounds.